guys, welcome to another episode of Nicola Bakes. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super awesome Pokemon Pokeball Cake. Now I know there's other videos on YouTube about how to do Pokeball baking, like I know there's a cookie one and one for just a cake, but I don't think anyone's done a 3D sphere one like this. So today I'm going to show you how to make that. Right, so before you actually start making the cake, you're going to need to buy a special 3D sphere cake pan set. Now I know it's really annoying to have to buy a special piece of equipment just to make one cake, but it's really worth getting one of these. That's because once you have your basic 3D sphere cake pan, you can make so many different types of cool cakes. Like you can make loads of different types of sports balls, you can make a big golden snitch, or you can even make a planet Earth cake. So there's loads of different things you can do. So I'm going to put a link below where I got mine, but I know there's loads of different websites where you can get them from. You can also get them from a lot of craft stores as well, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem getting hold of one. Right, so how this cake pan set works is by baking the sphere in two different halves, which are going to stick together when they've both been baked and cooled thoroughly. And they also come with these little bases to help it stay steady in the oven. So what we're going to do is grease both halves of the cake tin with some margarine or some butter, and then we're going to fill them up 2/3 with some sponge mix. Okay, so when you have filled both of your cake pans about 2/3 of the way up, it's time to put them in the oven, and put them in for about 20 minutes on 180, but keep an eye on it because every oven is different. Okay, so once your cakes are out of the oven, make sure they've cooled down completely, and then take them out of their tins. And what you're going to want to do is get 1/2 of your sphere and chop just a tiny bit off the top. Now this is going to make sure that it's stable on the plate or cake board or whatever it is you're serving it on. So then you turn it around, and then it'll sit quite nicely. And then just cover the whole thing with a very thin layer of buttercream icing. Okay, so once you're done covering the cake, put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes. So whilst my cake was chilling in the fridge, I rolled out some white fondant icing that I'm now going to cover it with. Right, so now that I have covered the bottom half of the Pokeball, I am going to cut out a circle of icing so that I can stick the other half on top with buttercream. So now I'm going to put some buttercream in the area that I've just cut out the icing from. At this stage, you've got to be very careful not to get any buttercream icing on the fondant that you've already put on the bottom half. So now it's time to stick this half on top. And now, before we cover the top half in red, just once again put a thin layer of buttercream over the top, and again be very careful not to get buttercream on the half you've already covered. And now it's time to put it back in the fridge for another 10 minutes. Okay, so once again, whilst the cake was chilling in the fridge, I rolled out some red fondant icing, and I'm now going to cover the top half of my cake with that. It's starting to look more like the Pokeball, but as a finishing touch we need to roll out some black icing to make the black strip down the middle. Okay, so now we're nearly done. All we need to do is stick a black circle and then a smaller white circle on top, just wherever you want the middle of your cake to be. Okay, and there you have your very own 3D Pokemon Pokeball cake.